Hello everyone, welcome to the wedding planning dashboard tutorial. Here I'll be teaching you to utilize this dashboard to plan your wedding and monitor your expenses. So first we will begin with the setup tab, but before starting I want to tell you that you have to only edit the cells that are in white color. You don't have to edit any colored cell because they are formula protected. So now we will move on to our setup tab. So in setup tab, first you can change your image. To change your image, just go into this cell, go into insert. Here choose the image option. In image, choose insert image in cell. Go to browse. Here are various options to upload from your photos, Google Drive or Google Images. I'll be choosing the PC option. I'll just click on browse, go to the image and tada, the image has been changed. Now in these cells, you can change the name. You can enter your wedding day. Suppose I want to enter my wedding day to 15th of Jan. Here you can see it has been changed through the pop-up calendar. Suppose I want to make it on 16th. Again, I have changed it. Now we move on to the next cell. Here you can enter your wedding website link and wedding venue address. Now on the right hand side we have currency options, so you can choose any currency you want. For the education purpose we will be using dollar sign, but suppose you want to have any other currency, just go on to drop down and you can choose that. Now here we have tabs navigation. Here we have provided the link for all of the tabs that are provided in dashboard, so you don't have to scroll through it. Suppose I want to go into the contact master tab. I just click on here. The contact master link is available. I just click on this link and I am here in the contact master tab. So that's how I can scroll without scrolling. I can move on to any tab I want. Now in the bottom side, you can see there are five tables. These tables are being used to populate various categories and drop downs. So here you can see that we have various categories. In vendor category, suppose I want to enter one vendor is for transport, one vendor is my DJ. So I can just enter it here and it will be available on the drop down option later in the sheet. Like that, you can enter any of the options you wish. Suppose in currency, there is your currency is not available, you can just insert here and it will be available in the drop down option above. So here's how you can set up your setup tab. Now we will move on to the next tab. This is all in one dashboard. In all-in-one dashboard, it is completely automatic tab. Here you don't have to edit anything. Here you can see that there is an option of days until I do, which shows the your T-day, the wedding day, and how many days are left. And here you can see your total budget spent so far, remaining. And here you can see the how the budget progress has been going on, your invitation status, how many have you sent, how many have you not sent, and your guest list summary. Here you can see your upcoming tasks that are coming. Here you can also see your vendor payment which are pending and top five budget categories, and you can see where most of your budget is going. As you can see here is 42.31% of your budget is going into vendors. Now we move on to the third tab, which is budget dashboard. Here you can enter all your transactions that you will do, and it will be automatically updated here in this tab, and you can monitor where you are spending your money and how much your remaining balance is. So we will begin with this cell. So here in Mr. and Mrs. Here I will just enter suppose Mr. and Mrs. Smith. I have a wedding budget of $50,000. I'll enter that. And as you can see, It is clearly showing how much budget I have spent, the remaining balance, and the budget progress. So here I can clearly see the categories where I have allotted the budget. So suppose I want to create one another category of venue. So I'll just go to setup. Here you can see there is expense category. Here I will enter venue, and as you can clearly see, it's getting updated here in this category. And suppose I have allotted a budget of $2,000 for this category, and here I have to make a payment to a venue vendor of $600. So on 7th of September, here you can see in the drop down venue has been added. A venue vendor, I have made a payment of $600 and I paid to the vendor named Jack. So as you can clearly see here, it has been automatically updated and it's clearly showing me how much budget I have spent on each category and what is the share of. So you can see that 40% of budget currently I have spent on the ring. And here on the right side, you also have vendor overview where you can see various categories of vendors and how much I have deposit paid and what is the balance due and what is the share of this category of vendor, which you will see in the next vendor management tab. And these categories you can decide on your own by this table. Now moving on to the next tab, which is vendor management tab. This tab you can use to compare all your vendors and based on that you can decide which vendor you want to prefer. Here I have provided 20 categories of vendor and in each category you will have up to maximum of 5 vendors where based on that you can decide which vendor you want to go forward with. So here first let's see these are the categories. So suppose you want to enter one another category for your vendor. Suppose here you will go into this venue category and you will enter another category of band. So here you can clearly see that it is getting updated here and it will automatically get updated in the drop down below. So here as you can see I have compared two florist category vendors, Flower Co and Jimmy, their contact person, phone number, email ID and their contract sign status and how much deposit I have paid and their balance due and balance due date. So suppose I have made the payment, then I'll just tick this box. So it will ensure that I have paid the vendor. And here you can see if I change this to pending, the color automatically changes. And if I choose this vendor, then you can clearly see which vendor you have chosen and the data for that vendor gets updated here. So here you can see I haven't made any payment, so this is 00. But if I remove this to pending and choose again flower.co, then you can clearly see the balance and deposit paid for the vendor which I have booked gets updated here. So let's go into the next tab. Here we will see, suppose I want to compare for photography. You can see all other category cells automatically get updated. There are two photographers. One is Steve and another is Charles. I can enter their contact person name, which is same as Steve and Charles. Their phone number 9956789. So I have entered phone number Again, you can enter their email ID, contract signing status. Suppose I'm going ahead with Steve, then I'll choose him. I have signed status. So here you can clearly see this cell is colored, so you don't have to touch this. You just have to enter the deposit I paid during while I signed the contract is 300 and the balance due is 900 and the bill payment due date. Here the calendar pops out and I choose it 15th of August and status is not paid and booking status booked. So as you can clearly see, as soon as I change the status to booked, it gets into green color. So it is visible to me that I have chosen Steve and it is clearly visible to me. Here you can already see that in photography, I have chosen a vendor and its data is getting updated. And here in this chart, you can also see how much money I have spending in each category of vendors and how much I am paying them through these graphs. So like that, you can enter up to 20 categories and 100 vendors and compare them and based on them, their data you can store here and monitor them. Now we move on to our next tab, which is guest plan. It is your all-in-one solution for all your guest list. Here you have all the data stored here for your guests, their preferences, and all their data you can automate and monitor them easily. So in this tab, you first have the guest summary that how many guests you have invited, how many guests have you total invitations sent? Total guests whom are pending to send invitation. Total guests who have confirmed for the wedding. Here in the chart you can also see the invitation status, the RSVP status and their meal choices. So here I will show you that suppose I have a guest named Harry, Harry Smith. Which is coming from Bright side, is friend of his, and I have already sent him save the date status. Invitation status has been confirmed, and RSVP is pending. And I haven't allotted him the table, that's why, and also the meal choices. Suppose there is another guest, this is Lily. Lily Johnson, which is coming from groom's side. She is her cousin, and I have sent her save the date, and invitation has been sent, and she has confirmed the RSVP, and we have allotted her table 2. And her meal preferences are she will prefer a vegetarian meal. She doesn't have any allergies. She will be staying in Hotel Hilton. Her contact information is 93765. I have entered her email ID. Also, her address. You can enter here. Now you can clearly see all the guest data is getting updated in this tab. And based on that, you don't have to worry about how to place them on the table. As you can clearly see in the table plan tab, that it is clearly showing that to how many guests are attending and how many guests have you seated and how many guests are left for seated. This is completely automated sheet. Here you don't have to edit anything and you can just see that here I have placed George Bailey on table number one, and the Lily Johnson is placed on table number two. Her meal type is vegetarian, and you can also see their allergies. So based on that, you don't have to worry about where you have to seat them, and you can clearly see where you have seated people. And based on that, you can enter all your guests in up to 24 tables, and you can automatically monitor them from this tab. You don't have to worry about any of your guest seating arrangement. Now we move on to our next tab, which is task timeline. So this tab will be used to better manage all your tasks with timeline than when you need to complete it. Here I have provided 8 tabs, which are 12 months before the wedding, 9 to 12 months before the wedding, 6 to 9 months before, 3 to 6, 2 months before, 1 month before, then 1 week before the wedding, and at last 1 day before the wedding. So here you can enter all your tasks based on the timelines you need to complete them. And so I will show you how it will be done. So suppose I want to buy a wedding ring in 9 to 12 months before the wedding tab. Here I'll click buy ring. I want this task to be completed on 4th of September. It is a high priority task. In notes I'll enter I need in a budget of 5K. I'll just enter that. And here you can see I have entered this task. So suppose I have bought the ring. So just I'll click on this status tab, and here you can see it got a strike through. So I know that I have completed this task, and I have to do a task to purchase wedding bands on 27th of November, which I haven't done as of now. So like this, you can manage all your tasks in this tab. And now move on to the next tab, which is Smart Calendar tab. It is a completely automated tab where you don't have to edit anything. As you can see, all the cells are in color. You only have to change the date and month. And here you can enter in the notes all your notes that you are required to fill. Suppose I have a to buy ring. I just enter in the notes and it will be saved in the note for my own purpose. But other than that, you only have to enter this. Here you will see the calendar is pop up. So suppose I want to look into September, what tasks are pending from my end. Here you can see that on 4th of September, I had to buy a ring, which I had already done. On 18th of September, I had to go for first dress fitting, which is already done also. But on 27th of September, I had to purchase wedding bands, which has not been completed yet. So it's pending from my end. Now, suppose I want to see what was pending on August. So here you can see 27th of July, I had to book a venue, which I had already done. On 30th July, I had to order invitation, which needs to be done. Also, it does not only show the tasks, it also shows all the payments that need to be done to the vendors. So here you can see I had to make a payment to Flower Co. of $600, which I had already done. And here you see I had to pay Steve $900 on 15th of August, which already needs to be done. So like that, you can manage all your expenses and your tasks here in this calendar tab, and you can better monitor them with the help of Smart Calendar tab. Normally, the days around weddings are so hectic and you have so much going on that you forget many tasks. So, to manage that, we have designed this day of itinerary tab where you can manage your half an hourly task 4 days before the wedding. Here, I have provided 4 tables. Here, you can see the first table, then second table, third, and then fourth. So you can use these tables to manage all your tasks that you need to do 4 days before the wedding and where you will be. These tables have certain categories that what vendors will be doing at that time, what events will be during that time, bride and groom, what will be doing during that time, and family and other members. So you can use this tab to utilize all your tasks and monitor that where you are currently and what you need to do during that time. So here I'll show you how to use this tab. First, if you want to change the date on this, just click on this and here the calendar pops. Suppose I want the date to be July 25th. I'll just choose this and the date has been changed. And here I have entered first look. So suppose the bride will travel to church, then they'll have photo session there for 1 hour. So it is a completely editable tab. So here you can do the all the entries and manage all your tasks just before the wedding and till the day of wedding. So this will help you managing all your tasks during that time. Now we move on to the next step, which is wedding design. As you are aware, we all have various ideas about our wedding designs, themes, and color schemes. But at the time of the wedding, we forget many of the things as we don't have any one place where we have written all of our ideas and we don't have any way to manage them better. So for that, we have provided the wedding design tab. It is a completely editable tab. Here you can enter all your wedding ideas and manage them on the basis of when you needed them. So I'll show you how we will use this tab. So here suppose I have an idea about chairs and I want them in silver covers and my inspiration is royal wedding. The website is royal wedding. You can also copy paste the website directly here and the note is color dusky silk. So that's how you can enter as many ideas you want and manage them easily through this tab. Now we move to next tab, dress details. So here you can enter all your dress requirements and their cost to manage it better. So here I'll show you how you will enter data here. So suppose I have to buy gloves for bride. Store name is Gluco and it will cost around $200 and I don't need a fitting date, but if you want you can just click on there and here you can see the calendar will pop up and you can choose any date you want. I don't need any alterations and now I'll move on to the notes. If you have any notes uh, regarding color, white, cream, just you will enter this color and now it's ready and you can enter as many as dress details you want and you can clearly see how much money you have spent on your dress and you can follow this throughout this tab and enter all the details. To manage various menu options and decide which menu option to choose, you can utilize menu options tab Here we have various categories you can change here. So here, suppose it is like I have already provided few of the categories, and you think you need some other category. Like if you want to make another category for vegetarian meal, you can just click on it, and like that you can choose any category you want. And in this tab we have provided 5 menu items to compare up to 5 menus, and based on that you can give your verdict. Here you can choose between selected, pending, and or rejected. So suppose I'll show you how we enter data. Suppose I want a drinks option and veg meal. In drinks, I want in a budget of 30, and the quantity I'll be needing of is 20. And you can see the total cost is already getting updated here. In veg meal, it will cost me 100 per plate, and I'll require around 20 tables. And here you can see it's automatically getting updated. In menu 2, I have option of with meal where I'm getting offer of around 120. I'll just click on that, and here I'll need a quantity of 20, and it's getting already updated. And based on that, I can choose that and give the verdict that whichever menu I want to choose. Now we move on to the other tab, which is venue options. Here you can compare as up to 10 venues. Here I have given various categories. Based on that, you can compare each venue to other and give the verdict based on that. I have also provided you categories where you can enter other charges. Suppose they have another charges of GST, and you don't have to enter anywhere on the left hand side, because this is here we have already entered formula. You just have to enter your number. Suppose it's 100, and you'll see the currency will get automatically updated here. And for GST for venue 2 it will be 100, and it will be 120 for venue 3. Suppose I don't want drinks, instead of I want any other category, I can just change it. I can change it for anything. Suppose I want a cocktail category, I will just change it, and I can change its cost, and it will automatically get updated for venue. Also, I have option to enter contact number, address, location link, capacity, availability date. Here you just have to double click on that, and the calendar will pop out, and you can choose any date you want, and the contact information. I have also provided you to enter images for your venue. Suppose on venue 4, I want to enter an image. So like I told you earlier, just click on this cell, go to insert. Here you can go to image and click on insert image in cell. Here you can choose an image to upload, or you can just upload from anywhere else. Suppose I want from my PC, I just go on to this and double click, and here you can see the photo is getting updated here. I can choose the photo of any venue like this, and I can enter all the data in the below tables. So you can use this venue option tab to compare up to 10 venues like that. We have also provided you the contact master tab, which you can use to manage all your contacts in various categories. So here we have provided you various categories, and if you want to add any category that you feel might be missing, you just go on to the setup tab. Here you can see contact category. Suppose you want one of the category for groom's friend, and it will be automatically updated. In the drop down, here you will go to the contact master, and here you will see that groom's friend has already been uploaded. You just J Simpson, you can enter just their email ID and their contact number. Just like that, it will be automatically. You can manage it from this contact master sheet, and you have all your contact in one place so that you can manage it easily. Now we move on to the next tab, which is playlist. Playlist is a very important part of any wedding. So here you can have all the playlist of your wedding songs, and you can have their status also checked. We also have providing you don't playlist. So based on the preference of the couple, you can have this list also updated, the songs you don't want to get played in your wedding. So here I'll show you how to enter things. Suppose I want to update a dinner song. In dinner song, I want to enter song name All of Me by John Legend. So I will just go on and enter All of Me, and instead of John, I want its reprised version playing. And here I can give YouTube link for that. Just you can copy paste the link here, or any other Spotify or iTunes link. You can give any other link. I'm just giving you. And here you can have notes about this. Anything you want, you can enter here. And suppose this song get played, you can just click the status button, and here you can see, you know that this song has already been played. So like that you can tick mark any of the songs you want, and like that you can also enter the tracks that you don't want the DJ to play, and you can update in this sheet so that you can easily manage all your playlist. Now we move on to the next tab, which is photo album. So photo album is a very easy tab. Here you can see we have provided various categories of bride, groom, parents, family, friends, and also two other tabs which you can add whatever you feel you want to add. So suppose in other I want to change it for cousin. I'll just change it, and here I want to enter an image. So as I have told you earlier, I'll just select this cell, go to insert, and here I will choose the image. I choose the option of image, insert image in cell. I can just drag an image or choose from my PC. I'll just choose from my PC. I'll double click on it. And here you can see the image is getting updated here. I can also copy paste or enter the link for the image here, so I can easily access it whenever I want. So we have provided you various categories to manage all your images and their links, and you can enter as many as photos you want, and you can manage them here in this tab. Now, after the wedding, you want to keep track of all your gift list and ensure that you have sent thank you card to all your guests for their gift. You can use the gift list tab to manage all your gift list. and whomever you have received from them. So suppose I have received a gift card of dollar from Jacob. I'll just enter it here. I have received on the date of 12th September. I'll just enter it here. I have sent thank you card to Jacob, and in notes I'll just enter that I have received for the value of 500, or anything you want to add in the notes you can enter it here. Like this you can manage as many gifts you want in just one place. It is very simple to use, all editable tab. Now we move on to the next tab, which is Honeymoon Planner tab. In addition to all your wedding solution, we are also providing you Honeymoon Planner tab to better manage all your honeymoon expenses and have a great honeymoon. So I will show you how to use it. So here, as you can see, we have written Mr. and Mrs. You can just go on to that and enter Mr. and Mrs. Smith, or if you don't follow the normal general traditions, you can just enter it for Smiths and Smith and Cook. You can enter it for yourself. Here you can enter the start date and end date of your honeymoon budget. For that, if you want, I want it for 11th of October to 17th of October. Here I have provided you currencies. So suppose I want the currencies euro instead of yen. So for that, I will just go on to the setup tab. Here I want euro. I will just click on that. Click right on my mouse, and here it will give me option of copy. I'll just copy it, and then I'll move on to the honeymoon budget dashboard. Here I will just choose the cell, right click on the mouse, go to paste special, and choose values only. So here I will click on values only, and here you can see the destination currency has been changed. And according to the exchange rate, I will just update it. Suppose I'm taking it 2, so I'm taking $1 is equal to 2 euro. You can update it according to the exchange rate during your visit. Here I have provided you various categories to manage all your expenses. So suppose you want to enter a category which is gifts, you will just enter a budget for that. Suppose it's $700, and you can see how much you have actually spent on each category and percentage, and you can actually see your total budget and actual spend. And through these tables, you can also monitor all your expense, that how much you have spent in each category, projected versus annual, your budget progress, and throughout your honeymoon, how your remaining budget and expenditure go hand by hand. So for that, you have to use the transaction tracker. In transaction tracker, you can just, I will show you how to enter. So suppose I want to make an entry on 12th of September in gifts category. I will choose a currency of dollar, and I will just enter 150, and here you can see it's automatically getting updated here. So suppose if I have entered in euros, I would have entered euros, it would have been automatically updated in my original currency. It is showing that I have spent $75. But you can see it's not getting updated here in date-wise expenses as I have chosen a date which is way beyond my honeymoon date duration. So I just have to ensure that all the dates are in between my honeymoon duration. So suppose I choose a date of 17th. Here you can see that all my budgets are getting updated here, that how much I have spent it on each day and how much remaining budget I have. Suppose I'll take it for 12th, and here you can see date wise how much money I have left from my honeymoon budget. On the right hand side, we have also provided you itinerary to manage all your plans throughout your honeymoon. So suppose I want to enter go to a museum on 30th of October. Then I will enter on 2 p.m. I will go to a museum. Then on the very same day at 7 p.m. I will go to a restaurant named Summer Cafe, and I can also enter a Google link for to reach that cafe. Then just enter maps.com and its location. I can just to reach it easily. I have also provided you the hotel booking details and travel booking details tab. Here you can enter all your details. So suppose I want my hotel name is Macro. I have a booking date on 15th of October. I have entered phone number, duration. I want to book for a duration of 3 days. Its booking ID, address, and notes that it has early check-in available. Like that, I can use this tab to enter all my details. So like that, you can use the honeymoon planner to manage all your honeymoon expenses in just one go and have a happy visit to wherever you want to go.